What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with the return
The great return
of Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Shill.com.
How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good. You know, I've been gone. I've been doing a few videos on the channel, but obviously you've kind of taken over and handled everything, you know, because this train don't stop here.
It don't stop.
Never stops. But hopefully we are all good from this point forward. You know, been a little bit up to recovery, but you know, it was my birthday. This month really turned around. August was kind of just like a really crazy, chaotic month for me. But as soon as September kind of started, I started feeling good, starting to get back in the groove. So I'm ready, and I'm ready to see some movies because award season is right around the corner.
And what better way than Clint Eastwood making a potential triumphant return with Sully?
Yes, you say triumphant return because Clint Eastwood hasn't done anything too spectacular as of late. You know, I was a really big fan of $1 Million Baby.
Gran Torino.
And, you know, Gran Torino I liked, but after that,
J. Edgar with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I didn't like really J. Edgar very much. I don't remember it very much. Jersey Boys I thought was alright.
Yeah, it was just okay.
But if you've seen the play was really good at taking out the unnecessary stuff and making it very like really well paced and a lot of fun and really emphasizing the music. And pretty much Clint Eastwood just put all the stuff that needed to be cut out back in. So it just kind of made it feel longer. Well, but I mean, I've been a fan of Clint Eastwood's directing since Play Misty for me in the 70s when he first debuted. Man's very, very talented, but I'm hoping this is the one that brings him back.
And when you bring in Tom Hanks, you're already on the right trajectory.
Yes, that's true.
You see what I did there?
That was good. Tom Hanks, you know, we have him on a boat in Captain Phillips, and now we have him in air in Sully. What was he just in though? Besides, I'm forgetting some. He did a movie that I don't think neither of us saw called A Hologram for the King, which was like a really small movie.
No, I definitely didn't see that.
It was a small movie that like didn't play. I think only played at Village Square. I know it's out on DVD now. I would still like to see it, but I think he did something else that I can't really remember. But Tom Hanks, Bridge of Spies, and
I didn't watch that either.
He was good in, you know, but nothing that was spectacular. So I'm excited for
Steven Spielberg.
Yep, Steven Spielberg and Mark Rylance, who won the Oscar for that movie. But Miracle on the Hudson, you know, the U.S. Airways flight that had an emergency landing in the Hudson River because of a bird attack, as they like to call it.
Bird.
Dual engine loss.
Bird.
Yeah, you know, it was so funny. Well, we'll get into that. But yeah, I'm hoping to find a really, really great movie. I've always kind of really liked Aaron Eckhart, so I'm kind of glad to see him in a more serious movie again. Yeah. Thank You for Smoking. Have you ever seen that?
No.
You'd really appreciate that movie. It's about the sales of, like, you know, just business stuff.
Love it.
But all right, let's do it. 2 hours? Oh, not even. It's a really short movie, actually. It's only like 96 minutes.
Hour and a half? Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah, about an hour 40 minutes.
Okay, well, let's see if Tom Hanks can pull this out of nowhere. Clint Eastwood coming back on track?
Yeah, let's see if Tom Hanks can soar with Sully.
Oh. All right, so we just got out of Sully, and I thought this movie was really, really, really good. For an incident that was only, they kept on said a few times, 200 seconds, this movie for me was very, very effective. It's funny because I obviously knew the ending already because they show it right at the beginning, so that's not a spoiler, or that's history, I guess. So that's definitely not a spoiler. It's like the Titanic thing, sinking. Yeah, so for a movie that we already knew the ending and then we know everyone survives, I thought Clint Eastwood did a very, very effective job to still get me feeling tense throughout the film. I really enjoyed this film overall. It was really, really, really good. I didn't love it. You know, I didn't love it like that. I don't even know if this is a movie anyone's going to say, oh my, yes! I don't think this, but yeah, this was a very, very effective film. Tom Hanks was Tom Hanks for me. And
solid.
Aaron Eckhart. It was awesome. Those two played two characters, two pilots, co-pilot and pilot characters that were on this mission to save everybody, and I thought it was just really, really done very well.
I liked the movie. I thought it was good, but I did feel like there was kind of some things missing for me. And I felt like there was a few mixed messages in the movie too, and maybe you could confirm or if you agree with me or not. But there were some things about the movie that really, like the whole tagline of this movie being the story behind the Miracle on the Hudson. I feel like had we just watched the movie as like this is the telling of the Miracle on the Hudson and we followed A through Z, it would have been a lot more interesting because the movie kind of presents it to be like, oh, this is the stuff he never knew about, here's the trial, and then the trial kind of falls into background noise in the middle of the movie, and then we finally come back to the trial at the very end. And then throughout this we have Tom Hanks who's having, you know, post-traumatic stress and all these things, but that kind of also fades halfway through the movie. I think that my major issue was with Captain Sully's wife and like their phone conversations.
I don't think they were married.
Oh, that's.
Were they?
I'm pretty sure it's his wife. And
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, it just every conversation felt awkward and forced, and it never really kind of like I felt she was not a character. She was just there because Sully had a wife and talked to her on the phone, and they needed to update us on how Sully was feeling and what he was going through. Because
She needed some peach tea.
she was just
BBS.
not. She was
You
just.
get that right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
got it.
sorry.
Yeah. What was it? Auntie's peach tea or Grandma's peach tea?
Grandma's
Yeah.
peach tea.
But
BBS.
it didn't feel like natural to me, and I just felt like that was such a waste of time. That's what's funny, like this movie's fairly short, but it feels like they throw in a lot of things to fill time. Like there's this really random moment where it goes back in time to where Sully fell in love with planes. And
I would
then
agree
there's-
with that, yeah.
You know, like, I mean, like, I get why they put it in, but it didn't feel necessary or immediate to the story to help tell the story. And then I felt like this movie leads us to believe that we're going to be revealed something, like it's going to reveal something to us that we didn't know about the Miracle on the Hudson, and it ends up kind of being like, oh yeah, you knew what you knew, and like you're like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. Like you're going to tell us the story behind, but we already kind of knew this story. So I think to me that was kind of where the movie.
Did you already know
confused
this
me.
story?
I did know this story.
Okay, so I didn't though. So all of this was new to me.
Okay.
All of it.
But did you feel that, like, were you unsure, like, of how the safety board's meeting was going to turn
Only because
out?
I didn't know any of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
Yeah, and I could see, like, how that could still, that could be
I'm not
effective.
even making this up. I don't even remember this happening.
No, we were talking about this. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I forgot what year that was in because I remember
It was
it.
6
I
years
remember the
ago.
event. I didn't. Yeah,
7.
2009. Yeah, January 15th, 2009. And
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't remember exactly when it was either. But I did.
No, I don't even remember hearing it.
Oh, really?
You've heard it.
Yeah.
I don't remember them talking about a plane crashing in the ocean or the Hudson and everyone surviving.
It's funny is me and you've seen a lot of movies like this, and we're always like, we don't know, we haven't seen what happened. We must not be very good news people.
No, 'cause we're always in the freaking theater, dude.
Yeah, it's true. But like, and I think another thing about Tom Hanks, like there was things I liked about his performance and I didn't. Like, I think he plays Sully very well in the sense that Sully is a very blocked off character. He doesn't share his emotions. He holds everything in. He's one of those people that that has a wall. But I also feel like, to me, again, it led me to believe that he was hiding something, or there was something that he wasn't coming clean about the whole incident. And the movie kind of, I feel, leads you in that direction of like, oh, there's gonna be something you don't know about. And then it just kind of goes into being like, nope, you didn't, you knew everything. And to me, that was really off-putting. But overall, I thought this was a good movie. I think it's a good watch. I think it's worth watching again. But there's just a lot of unnecessary things here, and I think that it would have worked far better as I'm assuming Deepwater Horizon is going to be like, where it's just, this is what happened, A to B, because the best part about this movie is when we're in that plane. I mean, even though we know, even like the case and the investigation, I can understand people not really knowing about, but on that plane, it's called the Miracle on the Hudson, so obviously, it's going to end pretty well. And just being there and with those people in those last moments, it's pretty intense. Even though they do it enough twice, like they actually do the thing twice. You're like, okay, so again, we're putting in, we're filling that time, and I was just like, okay. But it's such a good sequence. It works.
For some reason, I was still feeling the tension, even the second time.
No, I agree with you. Even though it is the second time, I still did feel that tension as well. But again, it's just like they try to show it from different perspectives. I think some situations worked. I think some didn't. There's one where there's an air traffic controller, and he's talking to them, and they're showing you his perspective, and it feels really out of place. And his emotions don't feel very honest. Like he's just kind of crying after he gets off the earpiece, and it just doesn't feel.
You don't
really...
think that's how an air traffic control person would feel if they killed 155 people?
No, I don't think that's not how he would react. But it just didn't feel real to me. Like it just felt very stilted, very forced. And again, I'm just not sure how that was helping the story advance.
Well, maybe you're just still sick.
Yep, maybe. Again, I think this is a good movie. I think it's an I think I liked it better than Jersey Boys. I liked it better than J. Edgar. I just didn't love it, and I think that's
I didn't love it either, though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just explaining more detail why I think made me go, But it's a movie I would definitely watch again.
Yeah, it's funny. I wouldn't watch it again.
Really? If it was
thought
on, you wouldn't watch it
I thought
again?
it was great, and then you would watch again. I wouldn't. I thought it was really good though. I liked it.
Aaron Eckhart, I
Well,
thought was really good.
if it's Netflix,
You wouldn't
playing-
like pursue it on theaters, but you'd watch it if it was like maybe on. Well, maybe if you weren't on an airplane, that would probably be the place to watch it. But like if you were like if it was if you were in transit, maybe or.
Am I picking this or it's already playing? It really does matter. If it's already playing, yes, I'll watch it again.
Okay.
But I don't know if I would
That's
say
fine,
Sully. I don't know if I would say
Yeah, like, oh, Sully's available. Let me click that. You're
know?
saying that. Yeah, no, I understand that. I probably wouldn't either. But if they're like, oh, we're gonna watch Sully, I'm like, all right, okay, yeah,
that. Okay.
we're on the same page.
Okay. Don't forget the review for Hell or High Water.
Yes.
It's already available.
Click that white eye. Also, my week 35 update. Click right there on the white
Already
eye.
available right now, right here. I do a quote of the day also, if you might like that.
Yes, make sure to go check that out. You can check out James's channel. He does a lot of fun stuff. More fun than I do. Right here on that white eye, you can click on his channel and see all the fun stuff that he's doing. And what is the quote of the day?
They'll have to check it out.
Ooh, I love that tease. Did you get that? You guys thought you were going to get a little bit of it first.
You ain't
here.
getting nothing.
Nothing. You have to
Just
go check
movies.
it out.
This is about movies. All right.
And it only takes, it's not long. It only takes about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of your time.
That's it. 7 days later from today, we got 2 films.
Yes.
With
Well, 3 films, actually. I just remembered. We have Snowden,
I'm pumped for Snowden.
JGL. We have Bridget Jones's Baby.
I'm so not excited for that.
Have you seen any of the Bridget Jones movies?
That's with
Renee
no,
Zellweger.
one.
I've
That's
never,
the one where they
I've
want
never
her a
seen
little
him either.
chubbier, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think.
But I know this one she's having a baby. Oh, I'm assuming she's having a baby. It's called Bridget Jones' Baby. But there's Bridget Jones Diaries and there's Bridget Jones something else.
No passion for those.
I've never seen any of those either. But
And the third?
And the third is the Blair Witch Project. I'm forgetting the subtitle off the top of my head, but it's the new Blair Witch movie, which is interesting to kind of revisit. Especially, when you have October on the corner, it is an interesting choice of release. But anyway, I'm excited to be back here at the movie theaters.
Welcome back, my brother.
Well, thank you. I missed you guys.
And people that don't know, ChasingCinema.com is known as
Film Lovers website.